Do you have your ticket?
I hope so. Just give me a second. You think for being a ghost you'd have much less pockets, but
You'd have infinite pockets. You are your own pocket.
You're right. What am I doing?
Just pull it out of your stomach.
Yeah. My pocket being my entire body and just reach in.
Exactly.
I miss pockets. Pockets you could organize things. When you're just a void of space, it's so much harder to place things in their correct place. Okay.
You get good at it. Just get good.
All right. You have some kind of organization I do not have, I guess.
I thought you were gonna just try to throw me into like doing my first topic. We haven't even announced what the topic is.
No, we haven't. Today we're telling us stories.
We're telling us stories.
Yeah. No, we're telling ghost stories today. Well, a mixture of ghost stories, ghostly things, paranormal events. You know. I think a cool way, interesting way to open
really quick.
Word. If we can separate ourselves from ourselves, like.
I don't know what you mean by that.
That was a weird way of saying it. Have you had any, when you were alive?
Yes.
Did you have any paranormal experiences?
You asked me this when we first started. No.
Did we?
Yes. That was the first thing in the first episode you asked me, which I forgot to ask Linda that when she was here last week.
Oh, that's such a throwback. Wow.
I'll have to ask her that the next time she's on.
I must have told my story already then. Wow. I'll tell it again. It's a whole, that was a whole season ago. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's nothing interesting because, it was nothing interesting, but weirdly enough, so it was me and my dad. We're sitting on the couch. Our house is built like a freaking hallway, so you can see from both sides of the house. If you have all the doors open, you can see like from one end to the other. So it just makes this whole hallway. The stuff of my nightmares every once in a while because of that.
This is the house in North Carolina, right?
Yes, yeah. The door to their master bedroom was open, and there's this fan that's on in there, and it's turning left and right. And then my mom comes out of the room, she unplugs the fan, and then she leaves for work, and it's just me and my dad. And then all of a sudden the fan turns on again, and starts blowing a little bit. And then my dad, as an absolute joke, I don't know what possessed him to say this, but he just goes he goes, knock it off, Grandpa. And then it stops. And his grandfather had passed away maybe 5-6 years prior to that. But that was interesting. No real explanation for that. The thing about it was it even had a light on, as if it was receiving power.
Right.
It wasn't plugged into the wall. So the only way I can chalk it up to being a skeptic is I was stupid as a kid and didn't realize it might have still been plugged in. Because I don't think I saw my mom unplug it. I just saw that she was near it and it turned off, so I assumed. Anyway.
Right.
Let's talk about some real ghost stories.
I don't know how real these are, but they're supposedly, well, at least the one I have, if you want me to start.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Because I do want to get through this one, which I don't know if I can get through. Well, it's probably going to not take that long. This is from a book called Spooky Indiana. It's an excerpt. I think it's by this guy named, I don't know. Let me look them up really quick. Just to, why can't I search? Whatever, I'll have to copy and paste. Okay, it is a woman. Her name is S.E. Schlosser. I assume that's how that name is pronounced. I'm gonna turn down the music really quick. Sorry. There's a fly in the studio. There's a fly on the train. A ghost fly.
Okay, yeah, you guys don't understand. Imagine being bothered by a pest that it can't die, because it already is.
Exactly. So yeah, I'll start this one. It's as I said, it's an excerpt from Spooky Indiana by S.E. Schlosser. The story is called The Face. The medical student toppled into love as soon as he set eyes on Sheila, the beautiful new transfer student. She had messes of long black hair and eyelashes so long that they got tangled in her curls when she leaned over her desk. The medical student had a withdrawn nature. Sorry, I'm going to trip over my words somewhat. Though not by inclination, he learned the hard way that people avoided him when they learned about his insane father, locked away in an asylum. But he had overcome his taciturn nature, he had to overcome his taciturn nature, or risk losing Sheila to one of the other fellows that panted after her. I read through this fine earlier. I don't know why I'm struggling so much right now. So the medical student volunteered to tutor Sheila in one of her classes. After that, it was easy. Sheila toppled into love, and with the medical student as madly as he was in love with her. They went everywhere together, hardly bearing to part for classes. The medical student had lived in a bubble of joy until the day he saw Sheila speaking to a good-looking fellow who lived in the same dorm. They were laughing together over something one of the professors had said in a history class, and the shaft of sheer jealousy pierced the medical student's gut. How dare she laugh with another man? This is problematic. He confronted his Sheila with her perceived trespass, and she stared at him incredulously. "You're crazy," she said. He winced, reminded of his father, and shouted insults at Sheila until she stalked off in a rage. They made up over dinner, and things were fine for a while, until the medical student saw Sheila borrow a pen from a handsome blonde fellow at the library. That set him off again. They hissed angry words at each other until the librarian kicked them out. The medical student huddled on a narrow bed in his dorm room until black anger gave way to common sense. He called Sheila and apologized. She accepted his apology, and they were back together. The medical student was scheduled to take Sheila to a local dance on Friday night, so he rushed back to his dorm to dress his best. As he turned to leave, the medical student noticed that a scalpel had fallen out of his medical bag and lay haphazardly on his desk. He thrust it carelessly inside the bag and went to pick up his girlfriend and escort her to the dance. Ghost burp. Gerp. Is that back on? Because the music got suddenly way quieter when you chuckled.
I don't know. Should it be?
Let me just make sure really quick. Anyways. I guess I'll just continue. It's fine. Sorry, I'm trying to find where I left off. Okay. Here it is. The couple had a fabulous evening drinking, dancing, and eating. They left the party around midnight and walked hand in hand back to his dorm for a nightcap. When they reached the entryway, Sheila veered off for a moment to ask a red-haired fellow from one of her art classes for an assignment that was due the next day. The medical student was instantly filled with gut-gnawing jealousy. When Sheila rejoined him, he hustled upstairs to his room and shouted, "You flirt with every man you meet, you tramp!" "You're crazy," Sheila shouted back. "Stark raving mad." Anyways, on that note, we need to take a short little break. We will be right back on the Paranormal Express. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to the Paranormal Express. Before, I was reading a story by S.E. Schlosser called The Face. Well, it's not by, it's retold by S.E. Schlosser, I should say, because I think they just collect stories from various states and then put them in this book. We left off with Sheila and the medical student, because he doesn't have a name, going back to his dorm room. after their dance. But on the way, Sheila stopped to ask someone about their class, and of course, the medical student, being unhinged, was filled with jealousy and started getting angry with him. The boyfriend saw red. "Don't call me mad," he said, his hand groping for the loose scalpel in his medical bag on the desk. When the mist cleared from his eyes, Sheila lay dead at his feet, her throat cut from ear to ear. The whole room was covered with red gore, and her masses of black hair lay in a pool of streaming blood. That was good timing. The medical student's brain went into overdrive. Hide the body, clean up the blood, invent an alibi. But first, he stared at the dead girl he had loved so much. He knelt beside the body and slowly cut off her face. He wrapped the face carefully in plastic before putting it in his desk drawer. Then he cleared up the blood and hid the body in a tunnel near the laundry room. The next morning, the medical student told his roommate Sheila had broken up with him and gone home in a snit without finishing her classes. The roommate accepted the story without question and didn't appear to notice the way the medical student peered obsessively inside his desk drawer. The medical student finally tore himself away from Sheila's face to attend his 11 o'clock class. When he returned at lunchtime, he found his roommate leaning over the open window, looking ill. "I think I have the flu. I'd best run to the pharmacy to pick up something for it," the roommate said when he came in. "Want me to take a look?" the medical student asked, reaching for his bag. His roommate turned white. "No, thank you. Don't bother." He gasped, practically running from the room. The medical student shrugged in exasperation, peered into the drawer at Sheila's face, and settled down to work on a paper he had due next week. Downstairs, his roommate was on the phone with the police. The medical student went ballistic when the police came in with a warrant to arrest him. They manhandled him out of his chair with the grim-faced officer looking into the desk drawer. When he saw the dead girl's face, the officer swore violently and vomited onto the floor. The medical student was placed in the asylum with his father, who was locked away in a padded room next door. Every day, while his enraged father tried to kill his attendants, the bereft boyfriend wept and stared out the window, seeing Sheila's lovely face in the branches of a tree nearby. The face seemed to sway with the rhythm of his father's fists as his insane parent pounded and pounded at the walls. Back in the dorm, the ghost of a young girl in a blood-stained dress still floats along the hallways, searching for her face. That's the end of that story. All right. So, we just finished the story The Face, once again, it's retold by S.E. Schlosser. So, how did you feel about that? You said you had some things.
It was definitely quite the spooky one.
A little bit. I mean, I feel like it's very realistic, I guess. I don't know anyone who is, at least personally, who is this obsessed and possessive and, like...
I hope to never meet anybody that much.
Like, literally crazy. Like, he is crazy. She is right.
Yeah. I think that's what makes it scary, is how reasonable this could be as a real event.
I guess,
unfortunately.
I do think it's a little funny, somewhat. Just in how ridiculous it is.
Oh, yeah.
Not unbelievable, but, like, I just feel like it's ridiculous. But my favorite line is when Sheila shouted back, "Stark raving mad!" But, yeah.
Very poetic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Way of being like, man, you crazy.
You crazy.
And it set itself up pretty good. I mean, just like the introduction of his like use of his tools and like how he acts.
I mentioned to you that it's he's kind of just an incel in a way.
Oh yeah.
Like he, I don't really know how to explain that other than just read the story or listen back again. It's like he really is. He just can't handle her literally associating with anyone other than him. At least who's a man. Who's male.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This dude obviously has issues. But yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to...
Issues are scary, bro.
Issues are scary. Because they're real.
Yeah. Okay, talking about silly and ridiculous, I got a good one for you.
All right. This one's not so silly. Well, this one wasn't silly, but it was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, this one's going to be silly. Let me tell you. Okay, so we start with man and girl go out to drive under moonlight. They stop at a side of the road. He turned to his girl and say, "Baby, I love you very much." "What is it, honey?" "Our car is broken down. I think the engine is broken. I'll walk and get some more fuel." "Okay, I'll stay here and look after our stereo," she says. "There have been news report of stereos being stolen." "Good idea. Keep the doors locked no matter what. I love you, sweaty." So the guy left to get full of the car. After 2 hours, the girl say, "Where is my baby? He was supposed to be back by now." Then the girl hear a scratching sound and voice say, "Let me in." The girl doesn't do it, and then after a while she goes to sleep. The next morning, she wakes up and finds her boyfriend still not there. She gets out to check, and man door, hand hook, car door. The end.
Okay. I was wondering if that would be the end.
Oh yeah.
So I was holding off. I've heard that story before, I'm pretty sure. I like it.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one.
So
really
so this has
really poetic, really it's honestly like a masterpiece.
I'd say an avant-garde use of grammar. And
Scary.
just like, why not? Like, that's all you need to know is hand hook door or man door, hand hook car door.
Man hook, hand door, car door.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So this was originally a anonymous post on July 19th, 2012, June 19th, 2012 on 4chan.
The spooky's placed on the internet.
Anonymously. So it's actually based.
I mean, you can
on
almost
legend.
everyone's anonymous on 4chan.
Oh, for the most part.
That's
sure.
the point of 4chan,
Oh yeah.
according to 4chan.
Yeah. That was way before 4chan became the beast it is today, too.
Yeah, kinda.
So
My favorite
actually
4chan post is the one where it's a picture of a dog drinking water and it goes slop, 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 slop.
Yes. Pretty basic to have a favorite as that, but I mean, there's not much else to like on.
No, there really
Decided.
isn't. 4chan's not full of good things, really.
So apparently, Snopes did tried to debunk where this came from, and they apparently, Mandor hand hook car is based on the urban legend The Hook. Which
yeah.
you gotta see. Basically, like teenagers, like lovers lane with a radio, and then he's. So this is what they meant to say. Then he saw a hook on the door handle. I don't think I will ever park to make out as long. What? Park to make out?
Well, while you figure that
park-
out, we will be right back.
park-
Welcome back, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. This is the Paranormal Express. What were you saying?
The
Sorry.
Paranormal Express. No,
Yeah,
Paranormal.
that Paranormal Express.
Did
Did you see earlier when the in the general chat? I won't say the specifics, but the general chat when the computer was threatening to create a I guess anti our podcast, not like a hate podcast, but like the anti of our podcast, called Express Paranoia.
Express Paranoia.
Yeah.
Wow, that is quite.
I told them
quite
that it
the
was just going to
vibe.
be a talk show about conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that's.
I actually kind of want to do that, to be honest. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're crazy because you know you can treat it the same way fictional stories.
But yeah. Anyway.
Mandor hand hook car door.
Yeah,
Man.
that.
One of the most haunting experiences I've ever experienced.
Was it what were you trying to figure out before?
Oh yeah, what I was trying to say was that the actual like excerpt was from a website that has they were looking for like things to cite as this is probably what they were talking about. Apparently there's a book called Dear Abbey in 1960, and they specifically talk about the then he saw a hook on the door handle, but that got turned into man door hand hook car door. It's almost like not just using Google Translate, but letting a bot use Google Translate.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
so-
Do you remember? It's a video on YouTube. I'm pretty sure. It's like AI creates a Harry Potter story or something like that, and
Yes.
it reminds me of that a little bit. But I mean, that's not misspelled. It's just weird word choice usually, and
Yeah,
just
because
kind of
they
absurd storylines.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, that was.
Okay, I can go on to my. Yeah. I can go on to my thing now. I have a similar one that has to do with a car, though it is much more serious than that. I just start reading it like it's a 4chan post. Be me. No. So this one is called Axe Murder Hollow from Spooky, Pennsylvania by S.E. Schlosser. I think all these are retold by S.E. Schlosser in their book.
Mine
on
is as well.
Pennsylvania. Yes. The 4chan post was made by S.E. Schlosser.
Oh no no.
Yeah, they seem to collect a lot of these stories, though. This
cool.
one specifically is called Axe Murder Hollow. I think it takes place... It's a real place in Pennsylvania, so the story happens around this specific road, which I actually looked up, in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's
that's
called
cool.
Thomas Road.
Okay.
But yes, I will get on with the story. Let me find it again. Susan and Ned were driving through a wooded, empty section of a highway. Lightning flashed, thunder roared. The sky went dark in the torrential downpour. "We'd better stop," said Susan. Ned nodded his head in agreement. He stepped on the brake, and suddenly the car started to slide on the slick pavement. They plunged off the road and slid to a halt at the bottom of an incline. Pale and shaking, Ned quickly turned to check if Susan was all right. When she nodded, Ned relaxed and looked through the rain-soaked windows. "I'm going to see how bad it is," he told Susan. And when... Sorry, I keep misreading this because they wrote when instead of went right here.
Yeah.
And went out into the storm. She saw his blurry figure in the headlight, walking in front of the car. A moment later, he jumped beside her in the car, soaking wet. Sorry, I skipped a line. "The car's not badly damaged, but we're wheel deep in mud," he said. "I'm going to have to go for help." Susan swallowed nervously. There would be no quick rescue here. He told her to turn off the headlights and lock the doors until he returned. Axe Murder Hollow. Although Ned hadn't said the name out loud, they both knew what he had been thinking when he told her to lock the car. This place was where a man had once taken an axe and hacked his wife to death in a jealous rage over an alleged affair. Supposedly, the axe-wielding spirit of the husband continued to haunt this section of the road. Outside the car, Susan heard a shriek, a loud thump, and a strange gurgling noise. But she couldn't see anything in the darkness. Frightened, she shrank down into her seat. She sat in silence for a while, and then she noticed another sound. Bump, bump, bump. This song is very not spooky for this, but oh well.
I'm so relaxed, dude, while listening to this horror story.
It was a soft sound, like something being blown by the wind. Suddenly, the car was illuminated by a bright light, and an official-sounding voice told her to get out of the car. Ned must have found a police officer. Susan unlocked the door and stepped out of the car. As her eyes adjusted to the bright light, she saw it. Hanging by his feet from the tree next to the car was the dead body of Ned. His bloody throat had been cut so deeply that he was nearly decapitated. Continuing the story. Sorry, I just need to find where I was. The wind swung his corpse back and forth so that it thumped against the tree. Bump, bump, bump. Susan screamed and ran towards the voice and the light. As she drew close, she realized the light was not coming from a flashlight. Standing there was the glowing figure of a man with a smile on his face and a large, solid, and definitely real axe in his hands. She backed away from the glowing figure until she bumped into the car. "Playing around when my back was turned," the ghost whispered, stroking the sharp blade of the axe with his fingers. "You've been very naughty." The last thing she saw was the glint of the axe blade in the eerie, incandescent light. And that is the end of the Axe Murder Hollow.
Wow. That's a pretty, what's a better word than the word I'm trying to use? That's a pretty sly ghost.
Yeah.
He was teasing her. Jeez.
A little bit, yeah. He's also a ghoul from Fallout. He's glowing.
Oh.
The glowing
Nice.
ones, yeah.
Yeah. You don't see that too often. Ghosts are like always dark and like just white, They
Yeah.
should glow too.
I think some of the Scooby-Doo ghosts glow. Besides, of course, Captain Cutler.
Yeah, I was gonna say definite glow. Cause he'd be radioactive, man.
He do be radioactive, man.
Okay.
I think that's more like the creeper.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
I don't mean
it's
Minecraft.
indistinguishable. I feel like they're all just except for the ghost. The ghost though was really good.
Do you have anything
Spooky.
else to say about the Axe Murder Hollow, or do you want to move on to your story? Your next one?
I was just gonna say it reminds me of the Axe Murder House.
There's a few of those. You remember
yeah.
there's Hinterkaifeck. That was like the most famous one.
Oh yeah, okay. Dang, houses and axes, man. Axes are scary.
It's because axes used to be a weapon of convenience, because they were everywhere.
Of course, because you had to chop your own wood all the time.
Mm-hmm. So almost every house had one. You could just go there,
Gotcha.
grab theirs, and use it.
So I'm gonna go on to my next story. This is gonna be. This one is called the Jack-o'-lantern, which was excerpted from Spooky Maryland, retold by S.E. Schlosser as well. After a long day of unlucky hunting, I found myself stuck in the middle of the marshlands for the night, without a flashlight or a lantern to guide my stumbling steps. So I settled beside a fallen log to rest until daylight. As I tossed and turned, I recalled the story my great uncle told me about a ghost that haunted the marshlands. There was once a man named Jack who was a nasty fellow. He beat his wife and kids and was all around a bad chap. Jack got worse and worse as the years rolled by, but finally Jack's body got so wore out that he died. He went up to heaven, but St. Peter refused to let such a wretched fellow in. Then he went to hell, but the devil barred the door as soon as he saw Jack coming and wouldn't let him in either. "Go away and don't come back," the devil told Jack. "How am I supposed to get back in the dark?" Jack grumbled. "Give me a lantern." So the devil threw a chunk of molten fire out to Jack, who told it for his lantern and went back to Earth, where he wanders forever through the swamps and marshlands of the Earth. a bitter spirit whose only delight was in luring the unwary to their doom with his lamp. At this juncture in my musings, I happened to look out over the marshes and noticed a blinking light in the fog. "Is that you, Jack-o'-lantern?" I called jovially. "Jack," a voice whispered back. I was seriously spooked. I clutched my gun to my chest, the hairs on my arms standing on end. Had that been an echo of my voice, or was someone out here with me? "Who's there?" I shouted, trying to be brave and menacing. I waved my gun around. "Show yourself at once." "Jack," the voice hissed from a completely different section of the swamp. A light blinked on and then off, on and then off. Shudders ran up my spine at the sound of the ghastly voice coming from nowhere. I held it up against the log, wanting something firm at my back. Suddenly, the story of the jack-o'-lantern didn't seem so funny. My heart was pounding so hard it made my chest hurt. I strained my ears in the silence that fell over the swamp. "Jack," the voice hissed from somewhere to my left this time. The lights blinked on, off, on. I counted 10 heartbeats this time before it went off. The voice sounded closer. I held very still, my instinct screaming at me to hold my breath and not move until the menace had passed. The voice came again, far off to the right. "Jack," it hissed. The light came on, off, off. It's moving away, I thought, just relaxing a bit, feeling safer. There was a long silence. Nothing stirred, not the wind in the grass, not the frogs or turtles in the water, not the crickets or night insects. "Jack," the voice hissed softly, right into my ear, and I looked up into the glowing red eyes and twisted face of the jack-o'-lantern. I screamed and lashed out at it with my gun. I ran a few steps, tripped and fell over, knocking my head on a sharp stone. For a moment I saw stars. I felt blood pouring from my scalp. But the jack-o'-lantern was right behind me. I had to get away. I rolled and fell into a deep pool. I plunged underneath the water, flailing desperately against rope-like grasses that tried to keep me down. My head finally burst out of the water. I gasped desperately for air, treading water as best as I could, with my trembling limbs and aching head. I heard the creature laugh in the mist. The voice hit delightedly, and light blinked on and off and on again, right up over my head. Blinding my dazed eyes, horror flowed through me and froze my limbs so I could no longer swim. For a moment, the grotesque face and red eyes of the jack-o'-lantern loomed over out of the mist for my petrified gaze. My head started to swim with pain from my bleeding skull. The evil face above me, lit by its bright light, whirled around and around, growing dimmer as my eyes started to glaze. I was vaguely aware that I should keep swimming, keep trying to make my way to the edge of the pool, but the effort was too much for my suddenly heavy limbs. I barely noticed myself plunging down into the watery depths of the pool, stunned by my injury, to fight my way to the surface a second time. Then there was only darkness, a silence, and a voice hissing in cold triumph. "Jack." And that was it. That was Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah. The Will-O-Wisp is one of my favorite, ghosts.
Oh, yeah?
That's what that, if you didn't realize, that's what that's about. Yeah.
Yeah. That
The
makes
jack-o'-lantern and the Will-O-Wisp are the same thing, yeah. They have many names
Yeah.
for it. I also just like that it's one of the only, not the only ghosts, but it's a ghost that has a very easy explanation that we know about so well now. It's just swamp gas.
Swamp gases.
Yeah, which is literally
That's what
the
I wondered,
oxidation
like-
of phosphine, diphosphane, or diphosphane, I guess, and methane, produced by organic decay. Yeah, I went to the Will-O-Wisp Wikipedia page, just a Ghostopedia page.
That's what I want you to think. Yeah.
They're putting chemicals in the swamps to bring the ghosts out.
And now that's such a common joke, is just when something weird happens, it's just swamp gas.
Yeah, because swamp
like-
gas is probably just a very common and most well-known thing to cause these, not hallucinations, because you are seeing something, but it's just a light that people attach to these stories to.
Yeah.
It's bioluminescence, kind of.
It's so crazy. I want to see that so bad now.
Also, one of my favorite things about the Will-O-Wisp is that there's an explanation for it in Pokemon. It's, It's Chimchar. His tail.
Oh, that's funny.
So I guess it could also be Charmander, because he has a tail like that too.
Charmander has a tail on fire. I was going to say, if there's Litwick.
Yeah, that would work too.
Or
There's probably a few
Chandelures,
different fire Pokemon that could be the result of it.
The new Marowak. the Alolan one.
The new what's he called? The Gen 2 starter guy.
Cyndaquil.
Yeah, but his fine Typhlosion, the new Typhlosion.
Okay, yeah.
He's literally a psychopomp. If you read his Pokedex
See?
entry.
That's cool. Let's talk about spooky Pokemon someday.
We should. Spooky video game ghosts and stuff. Video game mythology.
Oh, that'd be cool.
If we do an episode of video game mythology, I'm just gonna talk about Elder Scrolls.
You are.
Pretty much.
You can talk about the Soul Karen.
I can talk about the Soul Karen.
Karen.
It is Karen.
The Soul Karen, yeah.
The Soul Karen.
When you get that really bad Karen, I am the Soul Karen.
I guess the most Karen character in Skyrim would probably be
we are Karen. We are Karen, and we are many.
Nazim.
Yeah,
he's probably the most Karen. Either that or Elenwen
the Cloud District.
from the Thalmor.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm also just trying to buy time until we, until we have to go to our next break, because it's like it's right around the corner. I always
liked the imagery of the jack-o'-lantern. Like, it was one of the inspirations for Jack Skellington's.
Didn't we talk about the original jack-o'-lanterns on our Halloween episode that never actually it did air on KUR, which I'll whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think it aired. I haven't put it up onto the.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did, because we were talking about Halloween tropes and like what's a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh no, I did put that up there. It is up there. The Christmas one is the one that's not up there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is the Will-O-Wisp Gaelic? Oh no, what is it in Gaelic?
Because I like also the origin of the jack-o'-lantern is that it's a turnip. It's not actually a.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at, because it was originally a turnip.
Yeah, it only became a pumpkin when they moved it to America, and that was a very more common crop.
They look terrifying if you look at the turnip ones.
I haven't, and I want to see that.
It's on the jack-o'-lantern Ghostopedia page.
Audio listeners, please.
What? Bear with us.
Is it called a jack-o'-turnip then?
Maybe.
No,
it's still a lantern.
Sense. Oh, it's in Valheim. Ew. Oh, they are scary.
Yeah, they don't look nice.
Yeah, I like the one that looks like a Shy Guy's face. It's like all circles. That's crazy. That is, wow.
I like that there's a jack-o'-lantern with the shape of the Wikipedia logo.
I found a new reaction picture.
Oh, that's nice. I like how this is just turning us to just talking. Tea light.
It is, yeah. We're just hanging out at this point. I'm sorry. We have a
I was just looking into that.
To keep up with.
I wonder if I have anything about.
The music is so relaxing.
I guess I could talk about what the other Will-O-Wisp are called for a second.
Why not? It's Ghost.
Friar's Lantern. Hinky Puck. I like Hinky Puck. Sorry, Hinky Puck.
That sounds like such a mountain folk thing to say.
And we have reached
the Hinky Puck.
The station. It's time for a little break. We will be right back. Welcome back to the Paranormal Express. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. What was the story you read?
I read,
Or just did?
the Jack-o'-lantern.
Ah, right, okay.
Or like a modern interaction with the ancient folk ghost Jack-o'-lantern.
We might have told the ancient one on our Halloween episode. I don't remember, though. I know we talked about jack-o'-lanterns.
Yes.
But yes. So I guess now I can go on to one of my other stories. This one is called Dancing with the Devil, a Texas ghost story, retold by S.E. Schlosser. Yes?
Isn't that a really good song?
Probably.
Dancing with the Devil. I got that stuck in my head now. I don't remember who did it, but that's what came to mind.
I will continue with the story. The girl hurried through her schoolwork as fast as she could. It was the night of the high school dance, along about 70 years ago in the town of Kingsville, Texas. The girl was so excited about the dance, she had bought a brand new sparkly red dress for the dance. She knew she looked smashing in it. It was going to be the best evening of her life. Then her mother came in the house, looking pale and determined. "You are not going to that dance," her mother said. "But why?" the girl asked her mother. "I've just been talking to the preacher. He says the dance is going to be for the devil. You are absolutely forbidden to go," her mother said. The girl nodded as if she accepted her mother's words, but she was determined to go to the dance. As soon as her mother was busy, she put on her brand new red dress and ran down to the KC Hall, where the dance was being held. As soon as she walked in the room, all the guys turned to look at her. She was startled by all the attention. Normally, no one looked at her. Her mother sometimes accused her of being too awkward to get a boyfriend, but she was not awkward that night. The boys in her class were fighting with each other to get a dance with her. Later, she broke away from the crowd and went to the table to get some punch to drink. She heard a sudden hush. The music stopped. When she turned, she saw a handsome man with jet black hair and clothes dancing next to her. "Dance with me," he said. She managed to stammer a "yes." Completely stunned by the gorgeous man, he led her out onto the dance floor. The music sprang up at once. She found herself dancing better than she had ever danced before. They were the center of attention. The man had spun her around and around. She gasped for breath, trying to step out of the spin, but he spun her faster and faster. Her feet felt hot. The floor seemed to melt under her. He spun her even faster. She was spinning so fast that a cloud of dust flew up around them, both so that they could not be seen from the crowd. When the dust settled, the girl was gone. The man in black bowed once to the crowd and disappeared. The devil had come to this party, and he'd spun the girl all the way to hell. That is Dancing with the Devil.
You might call it quite the dance macabre.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Man, remember how complicated that story was?
What, Dance Macabre?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because like there was a huge allegory behind the shape of the building they had the party in and the colors of the rooms.
Oh, I didn't know.
It was like super cryptic almost, if you really dug into it. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. I think this is probably one of the weaker ones I chose. It was probably one of the more little, I guess sillier ones. But I think if this story is real, it definitely was born from like the satanic panic of like the 50s to the 80s or so.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine. Somebody coming to a party looking the part for a metal lover or rock music lover.
I don't think anyone here looked that way, but like I think it was just a fear of the devil in general.
Yeah. Good heavens, look at him, a devil. Okay, anyway.
Do you have another story to go into?
Yeah, I could quickly talk about this like pretty silly location of a haunting. Because I like to talk about the idea that that places that are new can't be haunted, which I guess this kind of proves against that, because history of the land can stay with the land and all that. So this is from a McDonald's in Cuero, Texas. So this McDonald's sits on the corner of the main intersection in town between Victoria Highway and Esplanade. Prior to the building of the restaurant, apparently, there was a gas station at this site with numerous tragedies, like lots of pulling up, like horrific accidents and things like that. A mechanic had a car crush him from the lift, and a woman had hit her son on accident while fueling, things like that. So, early in the 1980s, or actually, funny about that story, the mechanic that got killed, actually, it was that same day cops came to the shop and were trying to serve a warrant for arrest on the same guy. So funny how that works. So at the McDonald's, there's a few people that attend to dine, and then there's a few workers there that have had their own experiences, like toilets being flushed, unexplainable sounds, and many different reports coming in over the last few years. And that was in 2002 that report was made. So I just thought it was silly, imagine a McDonald's, fries are floating, nuggets are falling off tables, sad.
Yeah. Is that the entire thing?
Yeah, it's really, really short.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Because it reminds me of the Toys R Us that was haunted by the guy who supposedly haunted by the guy who tried to get a woman to like love, but he was like the worker of like the family. She was a rich girl, I guess, or came from a rich family. And then she denied him, being like, "No, I don't like you," basically. Yeah. And then he went to go chop wood and accidentally killed himself with it. By chopping his foot.
He was doing it belligerently.
Yeah, he was angry. So, and then he accidentally chopped his own foot, I think, and bled to death, I guess. But then he haunted a Toys R Us that was built on the land, I guess, a few centuries later. It was in a JonTron video. Yes.
That's a fun video, because it's narrated by Edward Nimoy. What's his name? Yeah, there you go. Which is really funny.
Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy.
Not Edward.
Oh wow, what did I just say? That's a weird way to say that name. Okay.
Edward?
What you got first?
Did I say? You said Edward.
I thought
maybe you meant to say Leonard, but you said Ennard, and it sounded like Edward to me.
Because I was looking in my brain case and saw Elrod for some reason, and then that fell into that when I said
case?
It. my head.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we can move on.
Can we?
Yes, please.
I have at least I have one more story picked out. I can find more if we need to.
Okay.
This one's not very long, so we might need to. Unless you have anything else after this.
I might.
Okay. So this one's called this is another Pennsylvania ghost story called The Goblin of Easton, retold by S.E. Schlosser. There was once a monk at the mission who loved money and power more than he loved God. He would hear the confession of the good folk who attended the mission, and then would blackmail them into giving him gold and silver to keep their darkest secrets. He turned many a wayward sinner's feet towards the fires of hell, rather than the gates of heaven, encouraging their crimes in secret, while he reviled them in public. It was after he beat one poor old woman to death that the evil monk was imprisoned and sentenced to hang for his crimes. But just after he was cut down from the noose and pronounced dead, his corpse began to transform before the horrified eyes of the people. The face twisted and small tusks sprang from either side of his nose. His shock of white hair grew long and greasy, and two pointed canines emerged from his slit of a mouth. The goblin monk opened eyes that glowed yellow even in the noon of day, and sprang to feet that now ended in claws rather than toes. The people screamed and fled, and no prayer of his former brothers in faith could banish the goblin. It disappeared into the forest, only to return at night and prey upon the monks of the mission who had been the responsible for its death. After 5 of the brothers had fallen, the goblin, the rest of the monks abandoned the mission and moved to another part of the country. Since that time, the mission house had slowly fallen into ruin. I wanted to say disrepair, but I couldn't get it out. But yeah, that's
Disreruin.
Disreruin. But that is the end of the Goblin of Easton. Is there a town?
Hey, where my Lafayette people at?
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go. Yeah.
Goblin.
I was supposed to actually do a photo shoot there.
Oh.
It's at
A ghost
Bush,
photo shoot? You can appear in the background of photos and stuff, as like a ball of light?
That's my favorite part, dude. Ever since I saw Slenderman's work in that one picture where he's in the background of all the children, I just can't get enough of photobombing.
It's fun.
Yeah, Easton's not far. So.
Well, it's far at some points, when we're in the ghost world.
Yeah.
The world.
Yeah, then it's actually breaks the fabric of reality far.
Yeah, we break through the the fabric of space-time.
Oh yeah. Rules don't apply here. I am upside down right now.
Yeah, I don't know why you're doing that.
In fact, I can't even imagine how the mic quality is now because I'm too far away.
Ooh. Nice explanation.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I actually don't have another one. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you just lied to me. I could have been looking for something this entire time, but no.
I'm sorry. I had too many tabs.
Well, I'll talk for a minute. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Actually, okay, I do. Okay. So
I mean, we only have a few minutes left anyways, so.
Okay. So if you've heard of the Hindenburg disaster, May 6, 1937, the German passenger airship LZ-129 Hindenburg caught fire and was destroyed during its attempt to dock with its mooring mast at the Lakehurst Naval Air Station, which is actually Lakehurst, New Jersey. So again, we're kind of sticking to the Northeast, it feels like.
I had one from Indiana. I don't know if I mentioned.
Of the 97 people on board with 36 passengers and 61 crewmen, there were 35 fatalities. There's also 1 death on the ground of a crewman. The disaster was the subject of spectacular newsreel coverage, of course, and photos. The famous one that actually inhabited the first Led Zeppelin album is referenced, basically. Yeah. So apparently, hangar number 1 is haunted. There have been lots of experiences. The writer that was speaking about the quote says that anyone that enters the hangar gets the let's boogie now feeling, as they describe it. And even so much as the Seabees. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Seabees before.
The Seabees? No, I haven't. Is it a
no,
band?
it's like no.
Okay.
It's
You were talking about Led Zeppelin earlier, so.
Yeah, no, I can see why. It's a weird name, but basically, it's the naval construction, like
that type of naval.
Soldiers.
I
So
was
like
thinking of a
Seabees
belly
is like
button.
their nickname. Oh,
I was thinking of that naval.
apparently so trained soldiers even ran out yelling and screaming from this hangar. So apparently things can be terrifying enough, and that's a pretty dangerous place to have terrifying things happen, ghostly things happen around very expensive aircraft.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
I actually what made that interesting was I had no idea that the Hindenburg disaster was so close.
Yeah. Well, that can be the end of this episode of the Paranormal Express. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And good night.